Hello, welcome back to Snugglewood, young Dreamlynx. My name is Arin. Snuggle down into your coziest quilt and let tonight's calming tale and soothing sounds relieve you of any worries and guide you towards a deep, restful night's sleep under these beautiful stars above. And so our story begins in a place called Snuggleton and the sleepy giant tale of Giant Winter Dream. Snowflakes drift down from the white sky, each one landing with a whisper on the rooftops of Snuggleton. You walk along the winding paths where the ground crunches softly under your boots, blanketed in fresh white layers that muffle every step. The air carries a crisp coolness, wrapping around you like a familiar embrace, and the distant chime of bells from the village square rolls through the quiet, echoing like a lullaby carried in the wind. Ahead, the central hearth glows with a steady warmth, its flames dancing behind iron gates in the stone pavilion. Villagers gather there, their laughter low and easy, sharing mugs of steaming drink that sends curls of spiced vapour into the evening. You pause, feeling the heat reach out to touch your cheeks, and notice how the snow piles up in soft mounds across the benches, inviting anyone to sit and watch the world settle into stillness. Further on, stalls and tables line the edges of the square, their wooden frames draped with evergreen boughs heavy with frost. Lanterns hang from the branches, casting a golden hue that blends with the blue twilight, illuminating jars of food and woven scarves in shades of deep crimson and forest green. A baker arranges loaves on a table, the aroma of fresh bread mingling with the pine scent, drawing you closer. Your fingers brush through the texture of a beautiful blanket, folded nearby, its threads soft and yielding, as if it was made to cradle those weary shoulders. Beyond the stalls, the path leads to the old oak grove, where ancient trees stand tall, their branches laced with icicles that catch the light like forgotten jewels. You step beneath them, hearing the subtle rustle of leaves that cling stubbornly through the season, and spot a family of whisker fluffs, small, furry beings with tufted ears and sparkling eyes, scurrying along the roots. They gather fallen acorns, their tiny paws patting the snow with a rhythmic patter, building little nests lined with moss for the long nights ahead. One pauses to look up to you, its whiskers twitching in curiosity, before scampering off with a playful bound. The grove opens to a frozen pond, its surface smooth and reflective, mirroring the stars emerging overhead. Skaters glide across it, their giant blades carving delicate lines that echo with a faint scrape, like fingers tracing patterns of fabric. You stand at the edge, feeling the chill rise from the ice, yet it's a comforting cold, one that sharpens the senses without biting. Nearby, a group of elders share stories around a bonfire, their voices murmuring in harmony, weaving tales of past winters that fill the air with a sense of enduring peace. Wandering deeper, you reach the hillside cottages, each one nestled into the slope like eggs in a nest. Smoke rises lazily from chimneys, carrying the scent of wood and herbs, and windows glow with candlelight that spills out onto the snow in warm pools. Inside one, through the frosted panes, a family of giants knead dough together, their huge hands moving in unison, the dough yielding under pressure with a satisfying give. The scene pulls at something deep within, reminding you that the simple rhythms bring balance, that every breath aligns with the quiet flow of the world. As the path curves upward, the giant's meadow comes into view, a vast open space where the gentle giant rests under a canopy of woven vines now dusted with snow. The sleepy giant lies there, eyes closed in peaceful slumber, chest rising and falling like the slow tide of an ocean. Dreams swirl around him, visible only in the way the air seems to soften, inviting you to step closer and share in the vision. His massive form, covered in a quilt of fallen leaves and frost, exudes a profound calm, as if the earth itself cradles him in return. You approach, feeling the ground yield slightly underfoot, and notice the dreamweavers, ethereal creatures with silken wings and luminous trails, fluttering near his brow. They spin threads of light from the stars, weaving them into the fabrics of his dreams. Their movements a silent ballet that stirs the air with the softest whoosh. One alights on a nearby boulder, its wings folding with a delicate crinkle, and you sense the positive pull of imagination, how it expands the heart and eases the mind into repose. In the sleepy giant's dream, Snuggleton transforms, the snow sparkling with an inner glow that lights the way through hidden glades. You follow this path, where holly bushes bow under the weight of berries, their red pops vivid against the white expanse. The crunch of your steps blends with the distant call of owls, their hoots rolling like soft waves, affirming that the night holds safety in its vastness. A cluster of frost sprites emerges from the undergrowth, tiny beings with crystalline bodies that tinkle like wind chimes as they dance. They twirl around fallen logs, leaving trails of intricate patterns in the snow. Their laughter, a series of light tinkles that resonate in your chest. You watch as they guide a lost fawn back to its herd. Their guidance a reminder that kindness flows naturally, strengthening bonds and fostering inner harmony. The dream leads to the crystal cave, tucked into the hillside, its entrance framed by icicles that drip with a rhythmic plop into shallow pools below. Inside, walls gleam with embedded quartz, reflecting the moonlight of a myriad of soft hues. You step in, the air cooler yet inviting, and hear the echo of your breath mingling with the drip, drip of melting ice, a sound that soothes like a steady heartbeat. Echoing deeper, the cave reveals pools where lumina fish swim, their scales emitting a subtle radiance that lights the water from within. Sitting by the pool, you dip your fingers into the cool liquid, feeling it ripple outward in expanding circles, each one carrying away any lingering tension. The lumina fish gather, their fins brushing the surface with a silky swish, and in their presence a sense of wholeness emerges, affirming that rest renews the spirit, allowing clarity to surface like these gentle lights. Emerging from the cave, the path winds to the evergreen forest, where trees stand sentinel, their needles whispering in the breeze. Snow clings to the branches, releasing occasional puffs that float down like feathers. You brush against the trunk, feeling the bark's rough yet assuring texture, and spot a herd of snowdrifts, majestic creatures with antlers branched like winter trees, their coats thick and white. They move with deliberate grace, nuzzling the ground for hidden roots, their breaths visible in soft clouds that dissipate slowly. One snowdrift approaches, its eyes deep and knowing, and you reach out, palm open, feeling the warmth of its nose against your skin. This connection stirs a nostalgic warmth, evoking memories of cozy evenings by the fire, where worries melt away like snow in the spring. The herd continues on, their hooves padding muffled on the path, inviting you to follow toward the village's edge. There the festive lights twinkle from every eave, strings of orbs that sway gently in the wind, their glow a beacon of joy. Villagers prepare garlands of pine and berries, their hands looping the strands with care. The rustle of leaves, a comforting underscore. You join in silently, feeling the prick of needles and the smooth roundness of berries. Each action grounding you in the present, affirming that small joys accumulate into wonderful contentment. As the night deepens, the giant's dream expands to the starry meadow, where fireflies, here called starblinks, emerge despite the cold, their lights winking in sync with the heavens above. You lie back in the snow, feeling its cool cushion mould to your form, and watch as the starblinks weave patterns overhead. Their trails a mesmerizing weave that draws the eye into relaxation. The air fills with a subtle melody, perhaps from hidden flutes in the distance, notes floating like leaves on a stream. In this expanse, the giant stirs slightly, his dream sharing visions of unity where every creature and villager connects in a web of support. You feel it too. This assurance that solitude pairs with community, that each night brings renewal. The snow continues to fall, each flake a unique gift, blanketing the world in purity. Venturing back toward the heart of Snuggleton, you pass the storyteller's hut, its door ajar, revealing shelves lined with tomes bound in hemp. Pages whispering as a breeze slips through. Inside, an elder turns a leaf with a soft crinkle. The words on the page evoking images of ancient winters, where peace prevailed through shared warmth. The scent of aged paper mingles with vanilla from a nearby candle, creating an aroma that envelopes like a hug. Outside, the path circles to the bridge over Azure Creek, now partially frozen, its water gurgling beneath the ice in a low, continuous murmur. You cross, feeling the wood creak underfoot, a familiar sound that speaks of stability. On the other side, orchards sleep under snow, branches heavy with dormant promise, apples from autumn still clinging, frosted like sugared treats. A family of burrowkins, plump, burrow-dwelling creatures with striped fur, pokes heads from their dens, sniffing the air before retreating with contented sighs. Their movements a series of soft thumps remind you that preparation for rest is a natural rhythm, one that leads to vibrant awakenings. The dream guides you to the highest hill, where the observatory stands, its dome open to the night sky. Telescopes point upward, lenses capturing the vastness, and you peer through one, seeing constellations that tell stories of endurance and hope. The stars seem closer here, their light steady, affirming that even in darkness guidance exists. Descending, the village lights grow brighter, drawing you back to the heart. Villagers now sing carols, voices blending in harmony, words of gratitude and togetherness floating in the air. You stand among them, feeling the vibration in your chest. A positive echo that reinforces bonds and eases the soul. As the sleepy giant's dream deepens, Snuggleton settles further, the snow thickening, muffling sounds to a profound quiet. You wander the lanes once more, noticing how lanterns dim to embers, casting long shadows that blend into the night. The air grows still, apart from the occasional sigh of wind through pines. In a secluded den, you find the whisper weeds, plants that sway with the breeze, their leaves rustling like pages in a book, releasing scents of lavender and chamomile. Brushing against them, the aroma wafts up, soothing the senses, inviting deeper breaths that align with the body's natural tempo towards slumber. Nearby a stream trickles, its water clear over pebbles, each bubble popping with a tiny plink. You kneel, cupping the cool liquid, feeling it slip through your fingers. A sensation that washes away the day's remnants, leaving only serenity. The giant's form looms in the distance, his dreams now a shared tapestry, where every element of Snuggleton contributes to a whole of comfort. You feel surrounded in this. The positive thread that weaves through, affirming strength in vulnerability, peace in acceptance. Circling back to the meadow, the dreamweavers complete their work, their wings folding with a final flutter. The sleepy giant sighs contentedly, the sound rolling like thunder, softened by distance. And you sense the invitation to rest, to let the mind drift as freely as snow. The village quietens fully. Homes dark, apart from hearth glows, the world cocooned in white. You find a spot by the giant's side, the ground welcoming, and lie down, feeling the earth's steady hold. Stars wheel above, eternal and reassuring, as the night embraces all. snow continues to fall, each flake adding to the blanket, insulating against the world beyond. The scents, sounds, and sights blend in a symphony of calm, where every detail affirms the beauty of release. The power of dreams to heal and renew. In this moment, Snuggleton holds you, its winter sparkle a dream shared, guiding toward depths of rest where tomorrow's light awaits. Fresh and full of promise.